Hi everyone, sorry about the double countdown, but we're going to blame Andrew, as we always do. We always blame Andrew. So I did the countdown twice. Thank you so much for sticking around. And oh boy, do we have an exciting quiz for you today. Isn't that right, Andrew? Andrew, what have you been doing with the questions? Because I haven't done any. So what are your questions looking like?
Well, I've put 20 questions in. At the moment, it looks like you've put 2 in.
I thought it was 3, but maybe it is 2.
Okay, maybe I haven't. Yes, you've got a third one there.
And Tom says, nice update to the chat as well. He was saying that, did you add the time to the chat? Or has that always been there?
Oh, yes, I've made a few little tweaks. The names are a little bit smaller. It's got the time underneath rather than next to it. Only because I noticed that when you're a bit narrow on the screen, certainly long names, it all got a bit messy. So hopefully it's a little bit nicer. I think there were timestamps before, but it was in brackets after the name, so it's quite hard to see. But yes, I think the chat's looking a little bit slicker, and the chat will no longer disappear when the quiz finishes. So when you're on the last page, the chat should still be there now, which hopefully means everyone doesn't have to jump between YouTube or something. Although I know Eddie wants everyone on YouTube talking anyway, so he'll be upset.
Because it helps our stats.
Everyone likes to play from here. See, Stephen's joined us now as well.
Yeah,
hopefully there'll be a few more. Eddie needs about another 20 minutes, if that's all right with everyone. He's going to just sit there and write some questions.
Andy will do the first 2 rounds. They're his questions, and I will work on my 3rd round while Andrew's doing his. So we've got the usual suspects: Tom, Stephen, Jesus, and we've also got Jasmine. Thanks for joining us.
Along with Ethan. Jasmine and Ethan are playing together. They're upstairs in their room.
Right.
So that's my 2 older kids. So we will see. They know a bit of techie stuff. Hopefully the questions aren't too bad. I think they might get some of the pictures are a bit 1980s, so they might not know a few of them.
Bless.
But, we'll see. I think they'll probably recognise a decent number. Certainly Ethan will probably get a few of them. I reckon between them they'll do all right. We'll see.
They probably do better than me, that's for sure.
Well, you're going to get 0 if you're busy writing questions. I still think you need to play along as we go through it.
Okay, maybe I'll
You
do
just- you just
five
get
questions
5
for my
seconds.
round. I'll do 5 questions. I've got 2 more to do, then I'll play along. So why don't you, can you tell people more about the, I know people are ready. Do you want to say a few more minutes about the platform and what changes you've made, about the chat as well at the
What
end?
changes I've made? Jesus fixed the chat the last part.
Oh, yes,
I
that's
did tweak.
true.
I have tweaked some of the visuals on it whilst I was doing it because as I was reviewing his PR a little bit more, I just thought, well, actually, the chat can be a little bit messy sometimes. I'm hoping. Well, it looks like Tom likes it, so yeah. Lots of styling updates. Yes, yeah. I think if you updated your fork here, you'll see there's lots of styling updates that have gone on. But yeah, I know that Jesus still has a couple of PRs open. I'm partly mulling them over. I might just get them merged over the weekend because they've been sat there for a little while now as I kind of mull it over. I think it's best to just probably get them in, and then if we need to change back from stuff, we can always change back from it later. So we'll get that sorted out as well.
I'm hoping some
But, yeah,
people
but-
want to do some. Oh, sorry, Andrew.
I was going to say, I don't think there's anything else that's drastic. I am working on a few little admin features and get those sorted out at the moment. I was working on so at the moment everyone's still called a rookie. So I am trying to work on a way of giving everyone some sort of experience points. And was it Tom or Lee? Someone posted up on GitHub a list of potential names as people progress through the different ranks. I think it was pulled out of Worms for that lot. So yeah, we'll probably use a bit of that. That would be good. I think I just saw someone else join. Who was it? Was it Shane? Did Shane just join in? I think he did.
He did.
So-
Isn't Shane the one who gets all the answers right, like 10 out of 10 every time?
Absolutely. So expectations are way up there. I should put a few questions in just for Shane so that only he sees them. A bit hard.
That have no right answer. You need to like rig it. That no matter what he picks, it's wrong. It's like, I don't know. Is the sun bigger than the earth? No. Or no, no, the wrong answer. That's it. You've got like no other option.
Oh, dear. No, it's good to have Shane here. He can prove that the questions can be answered. Jasmine's ready. Okay, I think it's about 10 past, so it's probably time to begin. I know Eddie wants a couple of minutes, so he will
You
probably be
carry
quiet,
on.
and
You carry
I
on.
will read you through and take you through the first round. And I think if I just hit start game, I think you'll see we have the usual 3 rounds. So we've got a general knowledge round, we have a picture round, and we have a software development round. Oh, you've lost the ability to add questions.
I was just typing in question 4. Can I not?
Yes, that's an interesting problem.
I'm sure we've added questions before.
We have
while we've
3
been doing the quiz,
questions
right?
for the final round.
Oh.
It's all right. Eddie will apologise. At least we've got 23 questions to go through this evening. It will be a little bit shorter.
I
Okay.
didn't think that it would force me to change. Yeah, being an admin, I suppose we need to turn it off if you're on that admin page. That it doesn't force.
There may be a way we can keep that capability of adding questions whilst the quiz is going along, but yeah, it's not something we've really thought about because you're supposed to have spent some time before 8:45 doing your question.
But I'm pretty sure we've done this before. We've added where you've added questions in the past. While I've been. Oh, that was probably on the
I might
PowerPoint
have done something
presentation.
like
Yeah, it wasn't on the
Oh.
quiz.
yeah, it might have been when we didn't have the actual full
Okay.
platform running. Okay, anyway, let's not sit and talk about problems. Let's just get on with it, shall we? And Eddie can play along. And fortunately, I've only got to suffer 3 questions at the end to answer.
Well, we've got a few more people have joined as well. Diraj and Alistair have joined on YouTube. Head over to, let me put the game link in, and head over to the actual game and join. We're just about to start. So you've come at a good
Awesome.
time.
And Jasmine did find a little bug for us just before we started.
Oh, did
So
she?
there may be people in the last couple of weeks that have tried to log in with Facebook, but there was a setting that was missing. So Facebook turned us off from being able to log in via Facebook for the last 2 weeks. But Jasmine found that as she tried to log in that it wasn't working. So if anyone had been using Facebook, it will now work again because we had to update some settings. As with most of these things, they want to know everything and they won't really give you a decent warning to say, oh, you haven't done something. Anyway, Diraj has joined us on here now. Awesome. Cool. Right. Well, should we get on with the first round?
Let's do it.
Cool. Right. General knowledge. So, yeah, this is fairly loose science tech stuff. By loose, you'll find out in a minute how loose that is. These were put together reasonably quickly. But the picture round, it's all a bit of a hardware round this week. So how well do you know pictures of bits of hardware? Hopefully not too easy. Why does it not show my name? Been updated. Why doesn't it show? Depends, Diraj. It should be pulling in the updates when you go through. We are going to add the ability for you to edit your profile. I hadn't prioritized doing that, but we were going to add the ability to edit your profile so you can change your name from within the platform as well, rather than it trying to pull it down. But it should be pulling it down every time you log in. It should be refreshing your account data. Okay. Anyway, let's get on with the first round. And hello to Alistair, who I see has also joined us on the gaming platform. This is Twitter. Yeah, Twitter should behave the same, but we'll sort it out that you can change it in the platform. There you go. You can hold me to that. I'll try and get a profile page where you can at least change your name by next week. How's that?
Awesome.
Okay, first round then. First question. So you see how loose this is to tech. What is the speed of light? What speed does light travel? Is it 256,000 miles per hour? 186,000 miles per second, not hour. God, that'd be really quite slow for the speed of light with miles per hour. So well, it sounds pretty quick anyway. 256,000 miles per second. Imagine how many times you could go to wherever it is, Thailand, every day.
They're pretty cool.
You're there in a blink of an eye.
Commute to Thailand. I just have a problem with this question. Why are you not using the metric system? At school, everything was in the metric system. How can I remember this if it's an imperial?
You can do the translation in your head. Multiply or divide by 1.6. Easy. Okay. Oh, Stephen's noticed the funny one there. The 256 kilobits per second. So, yeah, and then 234,000 or 192,000. Hopefully there's a big enough disparity between them that people that vaguely know will get this one. I think it's easy enough, though. We don't need to spend long on this one, right? You've got the answer.
I don't know the answer. I'll do the calculation. Here we go. On the screen. It was... I can't remember from school. Was it like 8 times 10 to the 8 meters per second or something, or 3 times 10? I can't remember. Jasmine and Ethan, please write in the chat. Let me know what it was at school, and I'll try and convert it to miles or something. I swear it was like 3 times 10.
You want to do it in meters? You want it in meters per second, which would be a big number.
Yeah, 3 times 10 to the, I don't know, 8 or something meters per second.
Okay, I think you've had enough time. You pick an answer already, and let's go.
Okay, am I hitting next or are you?
Oh, go on, you hit next then. Pick one and hit next. No. Can't decide. Okay.
Oh, D-Rush is correct. Oh, was that correct in what I wrote or the first answer that I picked? The stress of this, though. Whew. Okay.
Oh, perfect. Okay. Next question. How many hearts does an octopus have? Now, this was a very loose link to Octocat, I thought. I don't know if Octocat's got the same number of hearts as an octopus. But, yeah, your choices are 1, 2, 3, or 4. How many hearts does an octopus have?
I thought it had 8.
And that's legs.
Yeah, I thought I had a heart per leg or something.
Oh, one in each leg?
Yeah.
So if you chopped off a leg, that would be it. You'd lose one heart.
It's got 7 others. It's all right.
It's not a computer game, you realise.
Tentacles, not legs. You're right.
Yes, okay. Tentacles, fair enough.
Okay.
And then how many suckers does an average octopus have? Gosh, that would be an interesting question.
And I think it has a brain per tentacle. I'm pretty sure. I saw it in a documentary. It was like on the BBC, so it's obviously real. It's not on like some American channel. It was the BBC. You got to trust it.
Yeah. Okay. Anyway, I think that's enough.
Yes, exactly. I told you Shane knows the answer to everything. It was 1 per tentacle and then 1 in its head.
Yeah.
Okay, I'll pick, shall I? It's got to be more than 1. Has to be more than 1. If it's 1, I'm disappointed in octopuses.
There we go. We're sticking with a little bit of the anatomy here. How many ribs said I had to put in brackets should just in case someone had surgery or something and they happen to have had one removed. But how many should you have?
1,
Obviously, you can sit there and try counting them. Was it 1, 2? Can you feel them all?
5, 6, so like 12. Okay. Oh no, I didn't say 12. 250. Shane, what's the answer? Help me out, buddy. But DM it to me. Cracked a few of these jokes.
This round was very much especially for Shane because he did say last week he liked it being a bit more random for one of the rounds. So
we need a random round where like each question is completely different. Like one goes from maths to like anatomy to like astrology to
we will slowly work our way to this just being a general quiz. So
my uncle has an extra rib.
Was that called spare ribs?
That's actually pretty good, Andrew. That was very good. I've got to admit, I like that. I'm going to steal that. If anyone ever says I've got an extra rib, I'll say, oh, is that a spare rib? I like that. Right, let me pick and move on. Okay. Per side. No, I think total. So I doubled it. I counted the side and then doubled it.
I just realised that there's a couple of these that seem to be quite sort of human body related or body generally related. Here we go. There's another one. Which is the most sensitive of the senses? Is it taste, touch, smell, sight, hearing, or seeing dead people?
Yeah, perfect.
Obviously, that important sixth sense there.
Yeah, the sixth sense. It was very sensitive. He couldn't sleep, the poor kid, and yeah.
It did cause a lot of trouble, that's for sure.
I remember watching that in the cinema. I was the only person who kept on jumping, and everyone kept on laughing at me in the cinema. I was like, "It's freaking scary!"
I don't even remember it. It didn't make that much of a. Maybe I'll have to watch it again.
Oh, you do. It is an epic
all I remember,
movie.
Yeah, all I remember was he was actually dead.
You don't spoil the movie for everybody else. Spoiler alert! Spoiler alert! I mean, we need sound effects.
I didn't say who was dead. I was being quite careful about not saying who.
There's only like one person in the movie. Okay, shall I pick and then move on?
Well, make your serious answer. That's true. The timer. I need to get the timer done as well. God, there's so many little bits that I need to sort out.
Yeah, Andrew, what you been doing? I've been doing so much stuff. What have you been doing?
I've been busy writing bid responses most this week.
It's true. So lots of big projects.
You think how much time they take? You look at it, you think, oh, it's only like a page of A4 I've got to write. It takes like 3 days to write that one page.
It does take a lot of time. You keep just reiterating on it.
Oh, yeah. And then someone makes a comment, you go, oh, right, I better change that.
Yeah.
Okay. Here we go. This is getting a little bit back to semi-tech related.
Oh, okay.
Whose third law is this one? For every action, there's an equal and opposite reaction. Was that Isaac Newton, Albert Einstein, Charles Darwin, Stephen Hawking, Nikola Tesla, or Mary Curie?
It's torture, right, Diraj? I don't know. No, it's good.
My J.
I'm stuck between two.
Well, one of them was related to the name of the Apple computer, wasn't it? Not necessarily that closely related.
So Newton did the apple like gravity, right? So are you saying that's the answer?
Apple's falling on his head.
Raindrops keep falling on my. Oh no, that's just different. Yeah. Okay. Apples keep falling on my head. Do we know JEE? No. Java Enterprise.
A Java Enterprise Edition.
Java is always Enterprise. It's Enterprise ready.
That was the first exposure I had to. Well, I say first exposure to building websites. PHP was probably. I don't know. I was J2E at university. That's all. I was trying to think. Was it that I was doing first or PHP when it came to building websites? I think the first website was using JEE stuff.
Probably Java. It was
only like, I think it only just come out. It was a new fancy thing for Java. I think it came out. It was like 1.2 or something.
JEE in India? No, I don't know that. Is it a place? Okay, should I play and move on?
Yeah, go on. Pick your answer. Are you sure you're torn between those?
What? Don't make this worse. Stephen Hawking? No way. No. Murray Carey, she did something else. I remember something else. Tesla did the light bulb. Darwin, he didn't do very much. So.
Light bulb. Okay. Well, everyone's rooting for you to get this. Come on.
Eddie, don't get this wrong. Oh my God, the pressure! The pressure! Could you say, because there's 3 laws, right? This was this was the third one. But do we say at school, is it Newton's first law, Newton's second law, Newton's third law? Did we say Einstein's first law? Second, Einstein. No, it was Newton's, right?
Theory of relativity.
Newton's first law, Newton's second law, Newton's third law. Was it Einstein's first law? No, it's Newton.
Oh.
Newton. I'm going.
You're going. Okay. Right. Okay. That's that stressful question out of the way.
Shane, did I get it right? Tell me.
No, don't tell him. Yeah. Wait until the end. Which number was that? It's 5. Let's see if Eddie gets 5.
Sweating. The pressure.
Okay. So, which 2 letters of the alphabet make up the chemical symbol for mercury? This should be a nice, easy one. Bit of chemistry thrown in here.
Australia.
Augmentation.
Augmentation. Okay. Augmentation. Oh, no, that's augmentation. This is.
I was coming up with something that's IAU for you. That's Ryu.
Ryu.
A Street Fighter.
This one is. I don't know. I'll tell you what it is. It's the wrong answer. I'm pretty sure.
It's for hugs.
For hugs. This is me. I think I'm always right, so I'll pick me.
Okay. Always good to pick yourself. E equals R right. Okay, yeah.
I thought it was E equals MC squared.
Well, yes, that's Einstein. But I think there's other ways you can write it. Okay, you happy? Are we moving on?
Well, let's move on anyway.
Okay. Here we go. This is a really interesting one. I thought I'd put as many numbers up there as possible. It actually goes up to 10. The Beaufort wind force scale goes up to force 10. But we only allow 8 options. So I figured, being that it's only a light breeze, it's not likely to be on the higher end. So something on the lower end. But how low? Two of them were duds, yes. 2 of them was it 2 or there 3 that were duds? I made up a couple of them, that's for sure. Oh, phew, we found something that Shane doesn't necessarily have.
But Shane, sod's law, Shane is going to guess and get it right. So
absolutely. I was partly thinking of this from playing golf the last few times. Last few times I played golf, and there's so much wind, it's just been crazy. I think the weekend was our golf championships, and it was like 20-mile-an-hour winds. That was pretty. That felt pretty severe to me.
So 20 miles an hour wind. What is the rating on the Beaufort scale thing? Just so I can try and calculate it.
What, for 20 miles an hour? I don't know. I don't know. Probably.
If you don't know, how can you be the wind expert?
Having wind is one thing.
Always have to lower the tone, Andrew. I don't know. There's children on this stream.
Oh, they wouldn't disagree.
Okay, shall I make a guess and move on? Okay, guessing. It goes up to 10, did you say?
Yeah, it goes up to 10. Okay, here we go. Now a much more
Shane,
on topic.
for sure.
Well,
it could be
who
Lee.
created Wikipedia?
Could be Jimmy. Could be Tom, Jesus. Maybe they created it together. Yes. I didn't really help, so these people created it.
Whole lot of people got involved.
That's a good question.
I'm pretty sure it was Shane. He seems to know everything.
Well, maybe Shane didn't create it, but maybe Shane put all the content in it.
Ah, well,
So
there
maybe-
you go.
Yeah, maybe
Trick question, this one.
Stephen created it, maybe. Tom tested it. Shane put all the content in. Jesus added more features. Jimmy and Lee, they made sure that everyone did some work. Eddie did nothing, but he's part of the team. He looks pretty, so that's important.
Okay, go on then, Eddie. Pick your answer. Let's go.
Okay.
This one seems far too easy.
Eddie equals slave driver.
Okay, there's a nice simple one now. Sharks don't blink. True or false?
I know this one for sure. Do you know why? Because I watched Jaws.
The problem is
twice.
you're showing everyone what you've chosen, so you need to probably move on if you're going to pick it that quickly.
Oh yeah, I got excited because I knew it. I watched Jaws twice, and Deep Blue Sea I watched like 5 times. I know they were genetically modified sharks, but I don't think they modified the eyes. So I'm pretty sure I guessed it right.
Everything in the movies is true fact, right?
Yeah, like Terminator.
All real
it's
stories.
just...
I mean, if these things didn't happen, I mean, no one could make that shit up.
Oh, Shane spotted something. Did a double negative.
Oh, yeah.
Sharks do blink.
Is it just a double or a triple negative?
Oh my god, I'm so confused right now. You know it's Friday evening. Sharks.
So easy to confuse, Eddie. That's the problem.
Sharks do not blink. Oh my god, I'm so tired. Help me, someone. Is it option C?
It's 50-50, so just pick one and let's go.
Sharks. No, I'm sticking with my answer. I'm good.
Okay, go on then.
Steven solved it for me. Put it in code. Oh my god, go from English to code and we understand it better. Okay, I'm pretty
But do you know what he's saying there? Can you read that?
Yeah.
You need to know what sharks.blink is first.
Yeah, it's the opposite of sharks blink and then the opposite again. So it's double negative. Shark.
Go on then, let's go. How often does Halley's Comet appear? There we go. I had to finish with something from astrophysics, astronomy, really. We had to finish with something after last week's rather heavy astronomy session.
D-Rush says, that's easy. Really? I am so stuck. So I'm hoping for like 2.5 out of 10 because by, probability, that's what I should get. While everyone's having a think and doing a calculation, don't forget to give the video a thumbs up. It really helps support the channel. And subscribe if you have not already. And hit the bell button so you're notified every time Andrew is late.
I'm never late. What are you on about? I'm always here on time.
You're always late.
I want to go on
I'll be back in a second.
See, he's late again. I don't know. Is even Andrew's son saying, "Hurry up, Andrew, you're late." There's Oscar in the corner. He needs help with World of Warcraft, probably. Right, not World of Warcraft. The other one with the axe and the blocky thing. Minecraft. Oh, took me a while. I got there. Okay, I'm gonna have a guess, and we're gonna finish this round. Let's see how badly we did. I don't know. I want to say, D-Raj, help me out. Is it? Don't give me the answer because that obviously be cheating. Minecraft, thanks, Alistair. Don't give me the answer, that'd be cheating. But just give me a clue. Is it in the 20s or the 30s or the 50s or the 70s? That's just a clue. You don't have to give me the answer because that would be cheating.
Well, when was Halley's Comet last around? I think I was probably in my teens or something. Quite a while ago.
Okay, and when's it coming around again? Like,
well,
will you see it again? I mean, you are looking forward to it. Okay. So if Andrew's 76 years old and he saw it when he was a teen, that means it's got to be like a few years less than that. So okay, I'm gonna guess 2060. Andrew would be like 120 by then. It's greater than 35. Oh really? I was gonna put 29. Oh okay, I'm gonna go 37 now. Thanks, D-Raj. I want to end the round. Let's do it.
Do it. End the round. Let's see how it happened.
Eddie, 9 out of 10. Boom.
I still haven't fixed that whole delay on how quickly you can send messages. Stephen's just reminded me.
I got Eddie, one right. That. This is rigged. This is so rigged. Andrew's in the database deleting all my answers. One. Look, I hate quizzes.
I'll say though, Jasmine, Ethan, well done upstairs. I'm impressed.
Oh my word, Jasmine and Ethan beat my score by 7 times. I like Stephen.
Yeah, so well done, Eddie. You got the one that Shane. No, Shane, you got it right.
Shane, wow, got one wrong. Shane, what's up with
Yeah,
you?
well
Number
done.
7, you got wrong. That was an easy one, number 7. How did I get the Wikipedia one wrong? There was only one
picked
real
one
name
that's dead.
there.
No, there wasn't. There was two.
Or was there 2? Oh, I thought there was only
If you-
one.
No.
Oh, that was a
well.
trick
You were
question.
too busy having fun clicking on them all.
You
What was
distracted
7?
me.
I can't remember what 7 was right now. We'll get back to 7 later. I should really write these things down so I know what they all are, or have something sort of print out so I know what they all are for when people ask what was 7.
Or we could hover them, and then it tells you which ones they are.
I don't think that was the double negative. I think 8 was the double negative, wasn't it?
I think it was a bit later on. Yeah, it was around the 8-ish. Jimmy Wales. I thought Jimmy was someone in the chat.
Yeah, that's right. Jimmy Wales, that's the one. Oh, the Beaufort scale. Yeah, that was 2 in that case, the answer.
Oh, I
Could
put
have been a
1.
Beaufort.
I was going to put 2, but I put 1. It's rigged.
Okay, next round. This is much more down to those that play around with computers. So this brings us back to that geeky side of the quiz. I suppose I can take control for this because Eddie doesn't need to. Well, you're going to still answer them. So
Oh, that's true.
what am I talking about? You're still answering them. We got bits of hardware. So do you know? I think most of these are computer ports. I'm pretty sure they're all computer ports. So hardware ports is pretty much the theme of this round. Do you know what this port was? Is it a parallel port, a serial port, a VGA port, or a game port?
It's the USA pattern 5199906 port.
Yeah, I thought I'd leave that on there just in case you wanted to go and quickly look it up.
USB Type C. Definitely, because it needs the extra pins for extra data to go faster, I think.
Absolutely. Every one of those pins can do a 0 or a 1, so there's loads of those. Yeah, Shane's old enough for it. Nice. I remember when I was at, where was I, university or school? A levels. I needed the male adapter, I think, for something, or a converter to convert female to male for something. And could I find one in any hardware shop? God, searching around for everything. These days, Amazon, it'd be with me the next day. There, I think I spent a week searching around shops to try and find an adapter to convert between the male and female. Absolute nightmare. But yeah, can you or do you know what the name of that one is?
Okay, I wanna guess and move on.
Okay, go on then. All right, next up, this is a little bit more of a drawn-up version because I couldn't find any decent ones that were pictures that weren't super blurry, but maybe that would have been good enough. What is this? Is it an eSATA, an M2 port, a SATA, or an MSATA?
Wow, this is a bit. You've gone hard straight away on question 2. Didn't give us a chance to ease us in gently.
It's one of those, if you know what it is, you know what it is. I don't think this one's too bad. You should know what the M2 port is because you recently got a hard disk that goes into the M2 port.
Yeah, M2 I know. That one I'm good. That hard drive, by the way, is super fast. And it wasn't very expensive.
Thanks, Gerard. Jesus has been helping as well. It's not just me.
Okay. Don't rip open any PCs. I think Tom's kicking his.
Yeah, he's having a look, seeing what he's got on his. Maybe he hasn't got one of these.
Oh yeah, true. Why not? Okay, I want to play and then move on.
Yeah, there's multiple types. You've got to get the correct type. They are quite different if you go and actually look what they are. And M2 is actually very similar to looking to a SATA. But very good. Okay, what's this one? Is it a SCSI port, a PATA port, a SAS port, or a SATA port?
None of the above. I think this one's wrong.
This one will tell you if you got the previous question right or wrong, I suppose. When I say right or wrong, but... Or am I just trying to throw you off completely?
Isn't this an IDE port?
It has another name, though.
Does it?
The official correct name.
Which is?
One of those ones there. Oh dear. I think you need to pick one now and move on, Eddie.
Oh, okay. I think Stephen's giving me a little bit of a clue. Thanks, Stephen. I'll pay you later. But now I'm torn between two. Okay.
Right. Here we go. So it's a PS something port, but is it a keyboard, an audio, a mouse, or is it the PS3 port?
I did not realize
PS5. The PS5 port is coming soon.
Yeah. I didn't realize the keyboard and mouse were separate. Ooh. They were. I guess it wasn't like USB. You had to plug it into the right one.
Not necessarily true, but people like to prescribe them because there were idiots out there that didn't know what to do with their mouse.
Okay. I think I got this one. I think I got it.
Okay.
PS5. I like that. Yeah, it comes in purple. I know that as well. That's what I was thinking.
Yeah, purple's the other one that goes with it. So one's one and one's the other. But anyway, we're on to the next question now. So this is a drawing of a USB port, but is it a drawing of a USB 1, 2, 3, or 3.1 port?
That's just properly mean.
It was far too easy to just show a USB port, so I'll give you a clue. The color gives it away.
Okay, that's a good clue. Because I know there's a blue version. There's a white version. I don't know what they are. D-Raj, just do like me and guess. I got 1 in the last round. Imagine the probabilities to get 2.5. I got half under probability. Green. Let me look at the front of my computer. Green, it means super fast, right? So it's like USB 5.
I don't think USB 4's quite come out yet. You've got USB-C, haven't you, I guess? That's your new one.
Blue seems newer. I agree. I think blue's newer as well.
Okay.
Okay, I want to go. What's that? That looks dodgy. Andrew, I think you put the wrong picture in here. This might be from your private collection.
I was worried that I thought you might think that, or someone was going to say something with that. But I'm sure you know whereabouts on the computer it is. The options that are the 6 potential things, they come as a group of 6 ports.
I think I actually might know this one. I'm glad you picked this color, because this one I think I know. The others I wouldn't.
Are you sure about that?
Pretty sure, like 99.9.
You search around for it a lot of the time. I wouldn't have thought you'd have used one of these.
I did as a short-term solution for something.
Okay.
From connecting devices from one output of one to an input of another, and it didn't work very well. There's a lot of noise.
Oh,
Not with an SM7B.
Right,
You're right, Stephen. Stephen, that's so not politically correct. Just read your previous message.
Yeah, I saw the Japanese issue.
We'll just ignore that. Okay, I wanna do it and see.
It's very much what the dog likes to chase around.
Yes, that's true. Oh wow, we're getting hard now.
This was probably, I'd say, one of the hardest ones, if not the hardest one. You all know it's a power connector of some sort, but which version is it? I think this has to be a wild guess for everyone.
Stephen or Shane will know it.
Rand, I think, is what you need to put in there. Rand rather than int. It's a kettle lead of sorts.
Okay, let's do this.
Okay.
Everyone place your bets.
I did wonder if there should be a C3PO in there as well, but Yeah, that's blowing up. Not great. It's a little bit blurred, isn't it? Apologies, but hard to get pictures for some of these quickly. Is it a display port, Firewire port, a Thunderbolt port, or an HDMI port?
I can't remember what Firewire looks like.
Into the modern era report now. Yeah, we're slowly getting into the modern era reports. I'm not sure if it gets much more modern than this one, though.
Oh, really? This port isn't very popular.
No, I've not seen one since Delarue days, probably.
My new graphics card came with 2. I was really surprised at, yeah. Oh shit, I just gave a clue. Let's move on. I just realised the graphics card, right? It gives it too much away. Is this one of Andrew's again? Andrew's is one of your private pictures.
Another circle. Because I thought the first one could be a bit too easy. This one hopefully is a little bit trickier.
This one I don't know.
You can see everyone looking at the back of their computers now, seeing what's the symbol that's next to it. Can I figure it out?
I could figure it out, but I'll probably knock over the green screen and turn off the stream by doing it.
And that's why they look so dodgy, because I had to try and make sure I trimmed out any of the picture that gives it away.
I'm with Shane on this one. Okay, 3, 2, 1.
Okay, and everyone knows what a DVI port looks like, so I thought we'd better throw in a variation of a DVI port. Do you know what this variation is?
Oh, wow. I think this is another one of Shane's tricks. Close eyes and click.
Yes, absolutely.
What's the difference?
Well, I'll give you a clue, and that is only because there's probably a few people around struggling, but B is probably what you would typically see as your DVI port. If you were to buy a graphics card, most of them would probably come with B. I think that's right.
That's a terrible clue. And in this picture, is this a typical one?
I might be wrong. I might be D. I need to go and check that now.
Yeah, there were some programming questions in my round, but I didn't get around to doing them. Pardon the pun. So you got like 3 regex questions, and that's it. And I don't even think they're correct. I bet you someone's going to find holes in them. Gonna get a chance to test them. Okay, I want to guess and move on. Andrew says B, which means it's not B.
No, I'm just saying that's what you'd normally see if you know what one normally looks like.
Okay, I'll do that. End round. Let's have a look at the score. Eddie did the best.
Okay.
Where is he? I got 4. That's pretty good.
4, well done.
Shane, 7.
I would say it was quite a tricky round. Shane's
and
still up there.
Steven, all 3 got 7. Wow.
Yeah, that's good.
And then everyone, and then
lots of 3s.
Lots of 3s and 4s. Oh, one more, Alistair as well. Sorry, Diraj. Diraj, don't worry. I got 1 in the last round. It's cool. We're all friends here. Andrew got 0. It made me feel better in the last round. It might make you feel better for this one. But
that's fine. We're going to finish with a short round.
This is a short round, and it's already 9:45. So
Eddie apologised
on time.
We're going to do all 3 rounds next week, so we might have 9 questions.
I did all 3 rounds last week and the week before. Right, software development, but not really. It's just regex.
No, I did one last week. Yes, absolutely. Most of those ports are not relevant anymore. So thankfully, you're not necessarily all fired yet, unless you work for a computer repair store.
Right, okay, last 3 questions. I was going to have a 4th, but Andrew hit start before I could hit save, which I was really upset about. What does not match this regex? And
I see you used the JavaScript style regex with the slashes.
No, I think you can use anything. You can use anything. It's just starting and ending. It just needs to match.
Wait, you don't necessarily need that. Well, Should there be a hat and a dollar? A hat at the start, a dollar at the end.
That
to
was my
symbolise the
fourth
start and end?
question. That was my fourth question, which I didn't
Oh,
get to submit.
Well, it's going to be a
Alistair,
reject round.
none of us are good at
round of
rejects, so don't worry. And just to say that I just noticed something that's not very clear. F, when it says all of the above, that's not the string. It literally means A, B, C, D, and E.
See, I was wondering, are they the strings you were going for?
No, they're not the strings. It actually does mean A, B, C, D, and E. And then G is none of the A, B, C, D, and E. And H is obviously just something else. So it's not the strings for those. I just realised that.
Something else.
No, the last three aren't. So F, G, and H aren't being tested by the regex.
Well, I'm going with what I believe it is, and I can explain why I think that's correct if it's wrong.
Okay. You might be wrong, and I might be wrong. So you might be right, and I might be wrong. Let's see.
Multiple choice, right? What's matched for this?
And then the string is "We are all mortals," and then that's the regex. And so which one's matched? A, B, C, or D? Stephen, I'm not going to say because it will give people the answers. I'll try and bring up the answers on the side, so if anyone wants to see it with the results, we can. I'll bring it on another tab.
Yeah, okay. Got it.
The correct answer isn't there. I hope it is.
Well, yeah, I think it is.
I think Shane's talking about the previous one.
Well, yeah, the thing you're missing, that I don't know whether it's valid or not, you haven't put any modifiers at the end. So there's no G or anything like that at the end. So,
but that's if it's multiple line, right? For global.
Yeah, I assume you're not one expecting global matches with what you're doing because you haven't put the modifiers there.
Yeah. Oh, it's matching the whole string, but global's if it's multiple line, right?
Yeah, I think that's normally what Eddie says to me. So I'm hoping I'm going to get some of these right.
Okay, moving on. They were getting a bit harder, but like I said, 4 got lost. The last one. Oh, the next question was so good. Can I add another question 4? Because it builds on this one, which I was really excited about.
I'm not sure how you're going to add it.
Okay, that's
easily.
Fine, I won't. I'll do it next week. So remember these regex, and next week I'll start from my 4th question level. Why does it have to be? Oh, because of the cases. Cases, yeah. But that's part of it. Don't worry. There is a correct answer, I think.
Yeah, I think I know what you'll get.
Okay, let's have a look. Right, let's see how everyone did, and then if you want proof, I can bring like an online tool and we can check it.
I just realized I think I've got the second one wrong, but
Hey Zeus, nice. D-Raj did well. Bond coded well. I'm so happy Andrew only got 1. I'm so happy Shane answered 1 and got it wrong.
Yeah, the second one should have been Mortals. I picked We because I was thinking it'll start from the beginning, go up to 7, but that's not correct. So it would be Mortals for 2. So I couldn't change it there. You moved on too quickly.
Okay. Shane says there isn't a correct answer. Okay, Shane is challenging the game
for 1,
master.
I believe the answer. The answer was none of the above for 1, I'm pretty sure.
No, it's not. And I'll prove it. So okay. Jesus agrees with me, so that counts for a lot, so I'm really happy. And also, yeah, Shane gets deducted 5 points for challenging the game master. And have we got -5 points? So I can deduct 5 points. Wait a second. Inspect. -5. There we go. So we can see Shane is now on -5. That's what you get for challenging the game master. Right, Andrew, should we go through the answers and then before we end the quiz?
Yeah, I need to go and reset it, I guess. Hang on.
I'm sure everyone... Do you want to see the answers to the quiz, to all 3 rounds? None matched the first. There was no correct answer in the second.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure.
Look, I want to bring
No,
it
the
up on
second
the
one, the
side
second
here.
one, Shane, there was a correct answer. It was mortals. It's just my brain was being a bit slow, and I didn't quite manage to change it fast enough. I'm pretty sure it was mortals,
I
but
will bring up a tool so we can check it. Oh, capital M will fail. Oh, did I have capital M on the mortals? Ooh, I didn't have that in my mind.
no, the capital W would fail. I think was the
Yeah,
problem.
it was just
as far as
the W at the beginning. Yeah.
but I didn't see an option that didn't have the W included, unless I was just
Let's
being
have a
blind.
look.
I might have just been blind.
We'll bring it up and we'll test it out. I've got online tool ready to see. The tool is right. The tool has the last say.
So I'm trying to find the quiz. Here we go.
Ends in 90H or 90H, whatever.
Or starts with PRB, which was what I was looking for. Because it orders them alphabetically. Right, clear that. Clear that. You should be back to the beginning. Cool. Right, now I'm going to try and remember these. Okay. Speed of light, who knows the answer?
Or me.
I believe it's 186 miles per second.
That's a stupid question. You were using. I'm getting that right because you were using. What do you call it? Imperial rather than metric. Who uses imperial nowadays? Do you think
Eddie changed all his answers, so he goes from 1 point up to 10 just by changing them as we go along. Okay, how many hearts does an octopus have? It is 3. Yeah. How many ribs should you have? It's 24.
Really? By the way, you're going really fast. Like, how am I supposed to change my answers?
Yeah, that's why I'm going fast. The most sensitive to smells is most sensitive is the smell, so C.
What? It depends on the person, I think. My smell's not very
well
good.
done, Eddie. This is the one you got right, but you were very close to getting it wrong. It is Isaac Newton.
Yay!
The chemical symbol for mercury is Hg, the one that you thought was made up.
What?
Made up ones. Yeah, there are made up ones there.
Jesus says light doesn't travel in imperial measurements. Love that.
AU's gold, AG's silver, yeah.
Shane, do you just sleep with the
MEMT
encyclopedia under your pillow or something?
made up. A light breeze, so on the Beaufort scale, 4 to 7, anything between that would be measured as a 2 on the Beaufort scale. The Wikipedia was created by Jimmy Wales. I'm surprised that he doesn't recognise Louis Pasteur, but never mind. That was a more famous person that I almost added to the list with Isaac Newton and everyone. Sharks do not blink is true. They do not blink.
They do. I saw it in Jaws and even in Deep Blue Sea, like the more modern one. They blink.
Of course. So I'm hoping I get to see Halley's Comet come back, but it's every 76 years, as it was said. I think it's about 2060. I'll be like 80 years old when it happens. So yeah, hopefully we'll see. And hopefully, 10 out of 10. There we go.
I got 2. That's pretty good. It's better than what I did before.
Doubled your score.
Exactly. Would have been more if it didn't go so fast so I could change them.
Well, yeah, that's why I had to start going quickly. I knew what you were about to start playing at. Okay, picture round. This is correct, a parallel port.
Yes.
This is just a normal SATA. The eSATA and the mSATA have lots of other bits. The eSATA, for example, has a clip that locks it in place and so forth. But this is just your basic SATA port. This is a parallel ATA port, otherwise known as an IDE port. So
yeah.
B.
Cool.
This is the mouse. The keyboard is purple.
Damn it! I thought the other way around.
Well, I wanted to put a PS2 port in there, whereas actually PS2 is quite easy. So Keyboard and mouse are the valid ones. I mean, there's no such thing as a PS2 audio port unless someone wants to correct me. I've never seen audio go into PS2, and PS3 is made up. Obviously, you've got a PlayStation 3. This is the USB 3.1. It is the most modern one, and you don't tend to find it on too many computers unless you're specifically trying to get yourself one.
Damn it.
But yes, the blue one is probably the one you see the most, which is the USB 3. This is not the back end of my dog. This is a microphone port.
Yes, that's what I have my Shure SM7B plugged into. Not.
I was going to say, that's what I was saying. I'd be surprised if you're using one of these for your stuff, but who knows?
No, I'm not.
Probably going into a USB, but yours will be going into something else, I'm sure.
Mine's going into like 5 devices before it gets to the computer.
Yeah. This is, I hope I get this right. This is the C20. But it was a little bit of a ridiculous one. I wanted to put a power cable in there just for Eddie because I know how much he goes on about needing a power cable all the time. Or I think he was searching around.
My setup. I need so many plugs.
So I thought you might know this one because you've got so many of these cables lying around. But I'm sure you've never really needed to go looking for a C20. It's normally more probably on servers you'd find one of those.
Yeah, I had a server rack and I have loads of these and I have the whole patch panel thingy-majig where you can plug in like 20 of these. I didn't know what it was called. I just know that it's like Lego, right? It just fits in that hole. All is good.
Exactly.
Fit, just force
the
it
shape.
in. Yeah.
That's why, as kids, we were all given one of those little things where you drop the circle into that one, you drop the triangle in that one, and you've got to try and make them fit. It's just so you could learn how computers work. Right. This is obviously a display port.
I do have two of these on my graphics card, which I think is really weird.
Even though I'm sure I've had a couple of computers that have had one. And yeah, there may well be one in probably one of the computers upstairs. I've never actually plugged anything into one ever, I don't think.
I'm using it for my big screen above. What I really like about it is, more than HDMI, is when you plug it in, it locks, and you have to push a button to pull it out. Yeah. Whereas HDMI, you don't, which I quite like.
Yeah, DisplayPort was very popular for a number of years.
I think it is superior as well, but I'd be interested to know what the downsides are, Tom. This is the other end of the dog.
Yeah, this is the other problem you get with animals. But this was actually the center speaker. There you go. One of those ones you don't tend to plug into, I guess, unless you've got a proper system. And he's not changing any answers as usual, so that's good to see that he's being honest. Right, so this is a single link, symbolized by the fact there's a big gap in the middle, so there's not enough plugs there to be a dual link. And the little line at the start shows that it is a DVI-D port rather than a DVI. So the line at the beginning, which I think is a bit backwards because it looks like an I, so it should be the I, but it's actually the D. And then the fact it's missing the block in the middle makes it single link, so it should be a DVI-D single link A. I'll find out in a minute if I got that right. Okay, that's it. Phew, got them right. Eddie, take us through your round.
I'm a bit nervous now. I've got lots of backlash.
We can sit and argue whether or not I was being blind.
Okay, let me bring. Let's do some. Let's have a look. Put that over there, and if I do a bit of jiggery pokery and bring this over here, then we can test this, right? So which one does not match the regex? So in here, if I type the regex, it was boom AZ, boom, right? And then down here, we had ABC, DF, ABC, DF, ABC, space DF.
You're thinking it should be E, I assume.
DEF. And then, so it. I can't remember what I put. All of
so I assume you're expecting E. I assume.
I'm expecting
as far
F.
as E. But you said which one does not match. So yeah, I assume you're expecting match. E because. Well, no, they don't. None of them make a full match.
Well, I haven't
All of
said.
them make partial matches, so you'll get like multiple matches, but you won't get a full match.
Yeah, there's still a match, right? It will still return true if you did this test. It's still returning true, 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 and true. Yes, you're right. It's not doing a full match. Maybe that was a really badly worded question.
It says when it says doesn't match. Match to me means it's the same, not it doesn't have any matches.
Okay, let me see some of the chat. Let's have a look.
Yeah, so Shane agrees with me. The matches are none. There's no exact match. But yes, it would have. You would have hits on it, but you wouldn't have a match. So I'm with Stephen.
I was thinking hits.
I think the answer is none. But
okay, you all get a point. Yeah. You're all winners. I was thinking there was like the
Quizmaster's always right, Eddie. Just stick with the Quizmaster's always right. When you've got people like us arguing with you, you chose the answer. People got it right. So
yeah, I suppose Jesus got it right. Sorry, we're all bullies. I do not agree. Okay, I think I need to get my like pull requests, right? You need to get it reviewed by someone else.
It's a wording thing, that's all.
Yeah, okay.
The next one is stupid and I made a mistake, but never mind.
Hopefully they get clearer. So this one is this. I know Shane was disagreeing with this one. And
I'm going to change this so I didn't get a chance because you moved so quickly. So
I see what Shane meant about the capital M. I didn't realize
the M shouldn't match,
Yeah, that's my bad. Yeah,
which was getting me for a minute.
Yeah.
So I was trying to figure out which one it would be as far as the W, capital W wouldn't match on the last one. But I think what you were going for was mortals, and I just assumed it was a casing issue when you were typing them in. It fixed it for you or something, and it was a mistake. But I didn't get around to changing it fast enough. It was a bit of a confusing one, that.
Yeah, that's my bad. I didn't mean to put capitals on there because I had it lowercase there. So, but this is, yeah, you're right. But it's the match against this, so it would match that, and so that's why I suppose I wasn't thinking too much, and that's why I was thinking C because yeah, it's just I think it just auto completed it to put a capital at the front of the form field.
Well, yeah, that's why I was saying you haven't got the modifiers on there because that's what was confusing me was you were lacking any modifiers to say ignore case or something.
Yeah,
no, I didn't want to be too clear about what I was getting at when I said it.
Shane, I accept your apology. No, I'm explaining that this is matching against this string. This is not the match here. This is just the answer. And so what did you put as an answer then? Because there isn't an option that says none of the above.
I was just confused by it because I was trying to figure out where the capitals were working and all the rest. So I was saying, well, there's no G, there's no I on there.
So what did you put, Andrew?
And then I realised eventually it was the 7 that you were thinking about more so than anything else.
Yeah, it was the 7. So what did you put, D?
So you were looking for a word that had 7 in it, so it would be C. But yeah, I started with D, going, I'm not quite sure where you're going with this because you've not got the capitals there. So I started by clicking D, and then I didn't quite get round to changing it. As I thought, actually, no, I think you're just going for you wanted mortals there, just as you hit next. So
okay, the last question was bad. This one is not so bad, but I appreciate it's not perfect. At this point, I threw my toys out the pram and stopped playing. Well, there's only one more question anyway, so you didn't miss much.
Yeah, it's fine.
Okay.
We all get amused with Eddie's rounds.
My rounds are always entertaining. Okay, this one's correct.
Okay. This was okay because it's A or L. It's A or L, and it has to be 3 characters.
The difference is what 1%.
Yes. So if it didn't have the 3, it could have been this one, but because it has the 3, it has to be that one. I think that's a good question. So my questions were getting better. My 4th question was epic. If Andrew hadn't started the game and booted me out. D, exactly. But hopefully this question made it up for everybody. Hi, Oscar. Aren't you cute?
Say hi.
See, Oscar thinks it's D as well.
Hello, everyone. We're just going to stick a tongue out at everyone.
So hopefully this question kind of...
That's what Oscar thinks of your round.
Oscar got 3 out of 3.
Cool.
Okay, so, and that was the end, and Jesus got all right. I got it right as well. That's pretty good. I think I got 100% in this round. I'm quite happy with that. Yes. Okay. I'll work on my regex round for next time. It's really complicated ones.
It's all good. So do you want to see the final scores then? Check the chat still works for the final scores.
Yeah, let's do
Let's
that. We're
end the
only
quiz.
we're only 10 minutes over. Let's have a look.
Cool. Let's end that quiz.
So we usually lose the chat, so the chat should hopefully stay. Chat stays. Awesome. Andrew doesn't count because he obviously knew the answers to 2 rounds. Eddie did the worst. Oh, not too bad actually. We were all quite. I reckon these people were all kind of roughly in the same place.
And most importantly, thank you, Jesus, because people can still talk.
Yeah, that's true. Awesome work. Oh, and thank you for Jesus for the when you're doing the editing side. I think your numbers appear down the side for your questions when you're in the admin section. That's really helpful as well. Nice. Okay. The winner is Shane. Oh, Jesus was pretty close, and actually Steve was pretty close as well. That was really good.
Yeah, it's all pretty close, really. I think everyone's done well. I'll still give a shout out to my kids upstairs that played along. They did well. That 11 points isn't bad between them, even if it was 2 of them. It was a lot of it was far older than they are.
True, and if you add their ages together, it's kind of the same age as me. So I think it's kind of it makes sense.
Half your age, maybe. Yeah.
If you add them together, though, like
Yeah, it's about half your age.
What? How old do you think I am?
Everyone knows you're in your 50s.
I look pretty good for my 50s, right? My hair has mostly fallen out, but apart from that,
just for men, that's what it is.
Tom, you do hardware round for your age group. Everything's USB now, right? Everything's USB-C. It just plug and play. It just works. That's awesome, everyone. I hope you enjoyed this week. Like I said, apologies for my 3-question round where 2 of the questions were a bit confusing. 3rd question was good, really good though. So I think it saved the day. Andrew, thank you very much for those 2 awesome rounds.
That's all right. Hopefully it was okay. People didn't mind the fact that the first round was a little bit more random. And hopefully those pictures of hardware didn't bring back too many bad memories, let's say.
Yeah.
We'll have nightmares tonight. Everyone's going to be sitting there trying to go to sleep tonight going, oh my God, USB 3. Oh my God, parallel ports, IDE ports. How did we survive? At least I didn't put up a 56k modem, I suppose.
Shane says, but tell me the answers first. To which one?
Probably to the Tom's Hardware round. There is a website called Tom's Hardware, by the way, so maybe you can get it all from there. Tom probably runs it.
Awesome. Everyone, don't forget, the project is also open source. So Jesus has already been contributing, but if anyone else wants to contribute, Jesus has got...
Even if that's just adding suggestions and issues that are things you'd like adding that we've forgotten to put in there.
Absolutely. Jesus has got 4 PRs opened. Andrew, you need to work harder.
I know. I said I've been sort of umming and ahhing over what to do with them. I will get them sorted probably this weekend. Depends what I do with the kids. But
no, awesome work. And yeah, any suggestions, like Andrew said, any ideas, just raise an issue. We do have a project board, which probably is not quite up to date, but
yeah.
That's how our project board's looking at the moment. And don't forget, when you raise an issue, you do get that open source green square box thing. And also don't forget to give the video a thumbs up. It really helps support the channel, and subscribe if you haven't already. And tell everyone, all your friends, about the awesome regex round where 2 out of 3 questions were a bit confusing.
And he will do the rest of the regex round next week, having learnt regex during this week.
I know regex. I need to learn how to do English.
Brush up on your regex is all I was going to say. So everyone's ready for it next week.
True. Everyone, we will catch you all next week. Have a great weekend.
Yes, have a good week and weekend, and we'll see you next Friday, if not before.
Sounds good. Bye.
All right, good night.